What's up guys, this is Nicholas from Games Real Life, and I wanted to share my modeling and sculpting projects I did last year. So first up is the burger van. I didn't do the concept art, I just looked on ArtStation and used this design. The original artist will be credited down below for the art. Their name on ArtStation is KEOS Mason's Studio, and they did a PUBG inspired concept art. I personally was trying to lean more into a Fortnite kind of style so that it would be easier to make. It's simple but detailed, and I thought the texturing would be a lot easier to do. I was constantly looking at the art and back at the model throughout the process. When the art didn't give me a good perspective for a 3D model, I went to Google and searched cars, wheels, vans, lights, and car mirrors to find out how to make it into 3D. It helped a lot in making this model, and I made some changes due to certain aspects being too difficult for me to understand in that time frame, such as the car mirror that the original image had, as well as my desire to put a burger cannon on top. In the beginning, I had a different, closely related looking van to start off because the original image didn't have a direct side profile. So it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough for me. Also, I was constantly redoing parts of my model, trying to get the way I want it with a low face count. So I cut a lot of the video because no one wants to watch me redoing the same thing a bunch of times. I have to say, I really liked doing the burger van, and it was a fun design and model. Making the fry container and fries was very satisfying along with texturing. Unfortunately, I don't have that footage, but seeing your work come together never gets old. Anyways, I wanted to create a connection between my sculpt and my model so they both are around the same theme. I felt that added to my own touch of creativity in creating both of these projects, making the projects feel more complete in my own. Especially the menu on the side. You guys have to let me know what your order is looking like in the comments below. Here's the end result rendered out. On to the next project, the ZBrush sculpt. I want to do something cool, non-human but human-like. I want to slay in monsters as well, and I think orc fits both pretty well, so I chose to do an orc. Had a lot of fun sculpting this, and just like last time, I'm constantly checking images for help in sculpting. That's literally a requirement when doing stuff like this if you want quality. I love doing the mouth and tusk/teeth. It was challenging but fun, although I felt like I wasted time doing the gums and other teeth that are not showing. I still think I needed them for reference, but I still detailed them way too much. I kind of struggled with how long the neck should be, but eventually found the spot that works best. I did copy my sculpt a couple times to make sure if I didn't like the direction from there, I didn't go back to before. Unfortunately, I only have videos on the first half, just like the burger van, because I was really hustling the last couple days. Honestly, even after the semester was done, I was still fixing the texture because it appeared all messed up. I personally cannot accept all the work I put into it to be a failed end result. I like the hair, I feel like it came out really nicely in the final render. I don't really like how the high poly was baked on the low poly for the fingers though. They just don't feel right to me. They're kind of thin and small. They just don't really look like fingers. Well, they do look like fingers, but they don't look like good fingers. Although I do like the overall work, my sculpt shows difficulty and a good execution of what I learned throughout the process. I also think it's pretty funny his shoes say "Hey Orcs." I thought of the idea because I struggled with what the shoes he'd wear, and I own a pair of "Hey Dudes." The burger in his hand was actually taken from the burger van's top. It was the fastest way I could complete my design. I mean, it doesn't look strange, so it's all good in my opinion. I really like doing both sculpting and modeling, so I'm going to work on upgrading the skills over time. I think both are similar in that you should do a lot of research and reference while making the model or sculpt. Here's the final result rendered out. That's all for the video. See you guys next time.